Hey Long Beach, it's me, Jesse, and hopefully you were able to catch our video where we talked about a few interesting historical sites in the city. One of those places was my favorite, the Jergins Trust Building. And for those out there wondering, yes, I am a little obsessed with the Jergins Trust Building. How many other buildings in Long Beach do you know that had a pedestrian tunnel underneath them that ran beneath a major thoroughfare like Ocean Boulevard? Definitely gonna get a lot of comments about that. Built in 1919, the Jergins Trust Building was home to a theater, a radio station, and in 1928, a pedestrian walkway tunnel. This tunnel took you down underneath Ocean Boulevard, through the Jergins Building, and straight onto the beach. Which back then used to be a lot closer to Ocean Boulevard than it is now. Now I know what you're thinking, Long Beach. A tunnel? Didn't they have crosswalks back then? Well, they did, but they also had a lot more traffic flowing up and down Ocean Boulevard. There was even a train that ran through the street. And with all that traffic, there were also a lot more accidents. After all, horseless carriages were still a relatively new thing, and traffic regulations remained rather, shall we say, rudimentary. Which is why the tunnel became the go-to spot for crossing Ocean Boulevard. Especially on those busy weekends that had almost 3,000 people per hour crossing Ocean Boulevard. There were even shops that operated inside the tunnel selling all kinds of cool stuff. They even had bathing suits in case you forgot yours. But alas, as more people favored cars over walking and parking lots started appearing on the beach itself, the tunnel was eventually closed in 1964, and then the Jergins Trust Building fell to the wrecking ball in 1988. But, like I pointed out in my previous video, you can still see some remnants of the building today thanks to our friends at the Wilmore City Heritage Association who lovingly restored the Jergins Trust Building pillars that once graced this beautiful building that otherwise lives only in memories and in photographs. Speaking of photographs, seeing some of those pictures from the Historical Society of Long Beach of the tunnel and the actual building itself really had me wishing that Long Beach had saved and preserved more of those elements. Like for instance, the sign that leads you down to the tunnel. Can you imagine, Long Beach, how many people pass by that sign every day on their way to the beach? That sign was not only functional, it was, in my opinion, beautiful. It's too bad it's gone forever. Or is it? Let's recreate history. Okay, let's start off by recreating the sign itself. Now, this is going to be a little tricky since I don't have any color photos of what the sign looked like back then. So I'll have to take some creative liberty with the color scheme of the sign. But if you see this video and you have a color photo, please drop it in the comments and I will create an alternate version that I will upload for you to print. Okay, now that we have the design, I'm going to print out this bad boy and do a little cutting. Now, usually what I like to do is to paste the printout onto a thicker surface to help with the stability of the sign when I prop it up. I'm using this foam board that I got from my local craft store, but you can use pretty much any other rigid cardboard or hard paper. Okay, now that we have our backing, we can cut it out. I like using an X-Acto knife, but you can also use scissors to cut out your sign. Just make sure to be extra careful and follow the dotted line on the printout. And we're almost done, Long Beach. Now we just have to add some poles to the sign to prop it up. I'm using these little wooden sticks I got from the store, but you can easily use straws or my personal favorite, coffee stirrers. I'm painting the sticks black, but you can also use gray or any other color you'd like. Now, to help keep the sign up on its own, I've created a base cutout for the sign, but if you would rather go baseless, then that's cool too. Alright Long Beach, I think we did it. I think we've got ourselves a nice little recreation of Long Beach's past. Thank you so much Long Beach for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this build. I'm going to upload this design to thegrunion.com so that you can print it out and try this for yourself. I'm also going to leave a version of this design blank so that you can color it in if you'd like to do that too. And please Long Beach, if you decide to make this sign, please leave a picture below. I would love to see your work. Till next time, I'm Jesse Lopez, reminding you to wash your hands, stay safe. I'll see you in the next historical build. Bye.